Ranking the best middle linebackers in Madden 25. And boys, we're back here with another tier list update. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the middle linebacker position. Before we get into today's video, I do want to talk about our sponsor real quick, MMOEXP.com. If you guys want an alternative to buying packs, consider buying coins at MMOEXP and make sure to use code DILL at checkout for 5% off your order. Now, before we do go ahead and get into the new cards, we can take a look at the old tier list where really I don't think much has changed. I still think Fred Warner is in this S tier, and I like the A tier guys. I like where the B tier guys are. Maybe we'll have like a gap between like A and B or like A and S or something, but right now I'm cool with where the cards are. And that's going to give us our first card today. We get Peyton Wilson. Now, Peyton Wilson is an 84 overall, so a little bit lower overall, but he is 6'4". Tall player in the game, 84 speed, 87 acceleration, not the best agility, not the best change direction, and has decent finesse moves of 80, 69 power moves with lower block shed, lower impact blocking, really no man or zone either. And this time for traits, no big hitter, play ball in air, balance, and this time he only has the finesse move traits on yes, so he's actually like more of an outside linebacker. 84 speed, 87 acceleration, 80 finesse moves. I think as a pure middle linebacker, he would be easy F, but if we consider him as an outside linebacker, a little bit of pass rush, I would slightly place him in the D tier based on this list. Like, I think he can play. I don't think he's like the greatest in the world, and honestly, D tier and F tier, there's not really a ton of gaps. Like, I think C tier does take a jump of cards that are actually like decently usable, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and place him in the D tier. After that, though, we get 88 overall Levante David, and Levante David is 6'1", has 87 speed with 86 acceleration, but lower agility and change of direction. And I'm not really big fans of cards that have that lower agility and change direction. I think being able to move side to side, very big in this game, especially with the switch stick. And he does have 90 play rec, which is nice. Decent block shed, decent impact blocking. Doesn't have the greatest manner zone. Like you could get him up to the 85 level pretty easily. And he also has play ball in air, balance, no big hitter trait on yes. And if we look at Levante David's abilities this time, he is someone that can't get the lurk artist ability. Like he can get the lurk artist X factor, but got to complete in-game objectives to get that. And I'm not really big fans of these type of X factors, like the ones like the AKA ones that start on. And this Levante David card for me, I think he's okay. I would slightly place him in the C tier. I don't quite think he's on the B tier level, but decent linebacker in the game. Gonna place him C. And right after that, we get Blitz Edgerrin Cooper right here. And I actually kind of like this card. He's 6'3", 230, has good height, 88 speed, 88 acceleration, 86 agility, 88 change of direction, nice balance of physical stats. So bare minimum, pretty decent user in the game. And this time, obviously no pass rush, not really the best block or impact blocking. If you get the zone up to 80, I like him a lot more. And for traits, no big hitter, play ball in air, balance. And this time, if we look at his abilities, 88 Edgerrin Cooper also can't get the lurk artist. I don't mind this card. I just wish he would have had a little bit more manner zone, or also just give him the lurk artist ability. But Edgerrin Cooper for me, he is going to be someone that slightly makes the C tier, a little bit above, like him and Levante David, kind of tough. Levante David offers you a little bit more coverage, but Edgerrin Cooper is going to move a little bit better. And now right after that, we get Jack Campbell, and Jack Campbell kind of does what Edgerrin Cooper does, just a little bit better. And he's 6'5", so crazy good height, 89 speed, 93 acceleration, 91 agility, 85 change direction. Like physical stats, not really a weakness on the card. And this time it's the coverage. Like he literally does nothing besides physical stats. Has decent block shed, decent impact blocking, but he's literally just 6'5", 89 speed, no coverage, no pass rush, no big hitter trait on yes, play ball in air, balance. But this time for Jack Campbell's abilities, he does get that lurk artist. Honestly, this is one of the tougher cards to rank in my opinion. I think getting lurk artist is valuable. I think because he gets a lurk artist and the way this card moves, like slightly on the B tier. Like it's kind of like there's a gap between C and B where I think he's better than like Levante David, Edgerrin Cooper. And B tier is like a weird group of cards. Wildman, Troy Anderson, I like their like core ratings. They just don't get lurk artists. But then we get like Nick Bolton, Ray Lewis, who I don't like their core ratings, but they do get lurk artists. Like very weird grouping of cards in B. But again, kind of makes sense. It's either the cards get lurk artists or they don't, and I like their core ratings. And I think getting lurk artists is valuable. I don't think the lurker part of it is, which makes you jump higher. I think you'll animate no matter what. I think it's basically getting 1 AP pick artist, which is super nice. Like this Jack Campbell in the B tier. And right after that, we get 90 overall Bobby Okereke, and you can go ahead and get this card up to a 92 by getting 50 wins in the House Rules, the College OT. And this is a card that has 90 90 speed, 92 acceleration. We are going to rank him based on his 92. Has 87 agility, 85 change of direction, and this time he is 6'1", so pretty decent physical stats, good height on the card. Has 87 zone, 85 man, so nice little balance of man and zone right there. And this time, no big hitter, play ball and air balance, but for abilities, again, gets like a ton of like X factors for 1 AP or 0 AP lurk guards, but these do not start on. Got to complete in-game objectives, but just base, he does get the lurk guards for 1 AP. Also potential mid-zone knockout player. I don't hate that on the linebacker. He could get edge threat, but his his pass rush is pretty bad, so this wouldn't be an edge threat player for me. And Bobby Okereke, for me, I think he's more on this A tier level, and I think you can debate placement. I think Fred Warner is better, but he's close. Like him, Divine Diablo, Isaiah Simmons, I still like these cards. I think he's more similar to like Micah McFadden though than he is Fred Warner. And now right after that though, we get Dolphins great Anthony Walker, and Anthony Walker is 6'1", has 90 speed, 93 acceleration, so nice little physical stats right there, 85 agility, but the change of direction, a little bit lower, not the biggest fan of that. He does have 87 play rec with little to no pass rush and 80 zone coverage. The zone isn't phenomenal, and this time for traits, no big hitter, play ball and air conservative, I also don't like. Now Anthony Walker, what kind of sucks on the card too is he's a non-lurk artist player and a 91 overall. I really don't see the point of the card, and in my opinion, this Anthony Walker, even though he's Dolphins great, he's good physically statted. I think he's like more along the lines of like Wild Man than he is in the A tier. Like I like the A tier guys more because they're good physically statted and they also get lurk artists. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and place him in the B tier. Troy Anderson, Wild Man, I think that's a good spot for him. And right after that, we get Randy from the Broncos right here, and this is a card that is 6'3", 233, so good height with the 6'3", of course. 90 speed, 92 acceleration, 86 agility, 87 change of direction. Nice balance of physical stats right there. Does have 91 play rec on the card with a little bit lower impact blocking, decent block shed, and the man in zone just isn't good. Just is not a good coverage player. And this time for traits, no big hitter and also play ball and air balance. We don't love getting like no man or zone, right? And this time for his abilities, of course, he can go ahead and get the lurk artist. We do like that. And besides that, again, mainly just lurk artist. I do like the value of film study as well. I do like that. I think Randy, because he gets lurk artist, I like the value of film study too. I think film study is a little bit of an underrated ability, I guess, but you do have to know how to adjust your defense. I think he has A tier value. I think film study is kind of carrying his ranking right here. And we'll talk about another card that also their ranking is carried by film study, which is actually this card right here, Brian Urlacher. So Brian Urlacher, 91 speed, 88 excel, 85 agility. Again, the change of direction, kind of bad. Like you would want a better balance, but 6'4", that's really nice. He does not get lurk artist though. Only gave him 80 jumping, which I think is crazy. Like that is ridiculous for a Brian Urlacher card. 92 play rec's great. I like the zone coverage. You could get it up to 90, and he has big hitter on yes, play ball and air balance, and Brian Urlacher is another card that can go ahead and potentially get the film study ability for 3 AP. And like I said though, the biggest weakness of the card, in my opinion, is not getting lurk artist, and this is going to change some things for me. So Brian Urlacher, I actually think he's more along the lines like top and of A, and we're going to drop down Randy. Like, I like this card because of film study. Like both these cards right here, I like them because of film study and what film study does, right? The best example I can give you is Lions Tour. Like so many people runs Lions playbook. They call motion posts and motion posts and motion posts and motion posts and more motion posts. Like you've probably played it a ton. If you played ranked, if you played just regular head to head, people spam the shit out of that play. And they make little adjustments here and there based on what your defense does, but they're calling the same play. You have film study active. You can see exactly what they're doing. The ability does require you though to know how to stop what they're doing though, of course. And just given the state of defense, I feel like you have to have the perfect defense on this field to stop one play. Defenses in this game, a lot of times one shell doesn't stop a multitude of plays, if that makes sense. Like you need the perfect defense for the play, and even sometimes that's not enough. But yeah, so that's why I like film study. Now after that, we get Terrell Bernard, and Terrell Bernard is 6'1", 90 speed, 94 excel, 91 agility, 88 change of direction. Again, nice balance of physical stats, has 88 play rec and base 90 zone coverage. I like it. Not the best block shed or impact blocking, no big hitter, and also play ball and air balance. And this is a card, of course, that Terrell Bernard is going to go ahead and get that lurk artist ability. And besides that, he can get like flat zone or mid zone if you did want a KO defender. But for me, Terrell Bernard, I think this is a player that I'd be comfortable putting him in the S tier, man. I like him hitting that base 90 zone coverage. I like the card. I like him more than everyone in A, so he's going to join Fred Warner in S for me. And finally, right here, we got the team diamonds. And I keep getting comments on these tier list videos about not ranking the 95s. I feel like that just doesn't make sense. These cards exist. We can't just like act like they don't exist, you know? I get they're not affordable and I get it, but they exist, so I should cover them in a tier list video going over all the linebackers in the game. Okay, so got our guy Paul right here. He is 6'2", 232. That's not going to change. 90 speed, 89 acceleration, 82 agility, 88 change direction. Offers you basically no pass rush, and also could get the zone up to 85, which is nice. Nice block shed and impact blocking for traits. No big hitter, play ball in air balance, and this card ability wise, he can potentially get the lurk artist. And yeah, honestly, Paul I think is one of the worst team diamonds. This is a card that is going to be in the B tier for me. And rounding off the video right here, we do have the 95 Paul, of course, and let's go ahead and take a look at him. He's 92 speed, 91 excel, 84 agility, 90 change of direction, and this time hits the 85 level of zone. I don't think this is an S tier linebacker in the game. I don't. And if we look at Paul's discount abilities as well, that he does get the lurk guards, gets the same thing as before, gets enforcer and run stopper for one. I just don't think this card is even remotely worth it. I'm gonna go ahead and place him like in the A tier, and I don't think he's an S tier card. I would rather use Fred. I'd rather use Terrell Bernard. And yeah, boys, this has been my updated thoughts on the middle linebacker position in Madden 25 Ultimate Team. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with. Who do you think should go up? Who do you think should come down? Now, if you guys did enjoy this video today, though, man, you enjoy content like this, want to stay up to date with everything that's the best here in Madden 25, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Now, if you guys do want to go ahead and see me use these cards live on stream, have been streaming here on both YouTube and Twitch to watch on YouTube. Make sure to hit that noti bell as well. You'll be notified every time I upload or go live here. Or if you guys want to watch on the Twitch, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. But if you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here.